Before we do get started, I need to mention that we would like to thank Walter Larson for purchasing our new PA system and all of the equipment to the tune of about $800.
Nice.
So hopefully it will make us sound perfect. Or something close, you know. So, first, as soon as they get the mics on,
Good to go.
our first act will be Summer Wine with Bill and Joyce. I wish I could see you people out there, but these lights just blind me. So I'll take it from you guys that you are out there.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can? Like zipper up? I didn't want to say it. Alrighty. Well, let's start right off with a real quick joke. Well, yeah. You know, just before I came out today, I was listening to Bay News 9, and they had a little special report on there. And it said American men have sex about 2 to 3 times a week. And Japanese men have sex 2 or 3 times a year. I found that very disturbing because I didn't know I was Japanese. Okay. Alrighty, our first act is Summer Wine with Bill and Judy Swenson. I think she has her business cards in the back. The doctor was giving a little talk at a conference, and he said, you know, we put terrible things in our stomach. He said we eat too much red meat, and that puts all kinds of chemicals and toxins in our body, and we drink soda pop, and that irritates our gut. And he said the water, most of the water we have has germs in it. He said, can anybody tell me what the one thing is that we eat that can bother us for our whole life? And everybody's quiet, and the little old man in the front sits up and he says, wedding cake. Next act's going to take a little bit of time to set up, so I'm going to read you from a diary that I started, it was quite a few years ago. I got a gym membership. Kathy gave it to me. She wanted me to lose weight, so it says, Sunday. I'm having the church van pick me up for services today so I can go, and then, and thank God that this week, oh wait a minute, that's the last. I think I got this backwards. Oh, here's Monday. Sorry. Started my day at 6 a.m. Tough to get out of bed, but found it well worth it when I arrived at the health club to find Monique waiting for me. She was something of a Greek goddess, as long as we're on a medical type subject here. The brain is a most wonderful organ. It works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, from the time you're born until you fall in love. Really hated somebody. I know that's a wrong word to use, but you dislike somebody. Well, I got the wrong card here, but anyway. I never wish anybody ill, but if it's somebody I really don't like, I wish them explosive diarrhea with many sneezes. Okay. Anybody who was in the audience here when we were watching them, we were just waiting for a tail to fall off. Okay, next up we have a new beginning. And I have to read a little introduction here. Wait. Exciting act. Everybody had a good time watching her.
Uh-oh, more feathers.
Uh-oh. Two elderly ladies who'd been friends for years, and every week they'd get together and they'd play cards. And over the years it got to be less, and maybe it was once a month they would play cards. And then it got to be maybe every 6 weeks they played cards. But one night they were sitting there and one of the ladies said, you know, I have been friends with you for years, and I've been playing cards with you for I don't know how long, but I just cannot remember your name. he looked at her with this disgusting look on her face and just sat there and sat there. And she said, well, how soon do you need to know? Lying in bed and getting ready. The husband was just dog tired. And he's ready to go to sleep. And the wife says, you know, dear, when we were younger, you used to hold my hand at night. All right, he said, and he rolled over and he grabbed her hand and he patted it. He said, now go to sleep. I'm tired. She said, well, you know, when we were younger, you used to give me a kiss before we went to sleep. Oh, all right, he said, and he rolled over and gave her a peck on the cheek. He said, now go to sleep. I'm tired. She said, well, you know, after you used to kiss me on the lips, you used to bite me on the neck. Good God, he said, and he threw back the covers and got up, and she said, where are you going? He said, get my teeth. A lot of clothes that won't fit me anymore. And I want to take them down and give them to the homeless people. And he goes, dear, just throw them out. She said, no, there's a lot of starving people around here, and I'd like to help them out. He goes, dear, if they can fit into your clothes, they're not starving. One morning at work and said, window's frozen. So he thought a minute, thought he'd text her back. He said, take a little warm water and pour on the window and tap the edge very gently with a hammer. It should work. She texted him back in about 10 minutes and said, computer really screwed up. Is refusing to go to the gym, is that resistance training? Think about it. Behind every angry woman stands a man who has absolutely no idea what he did. Alrighty, well, we'll scratch that joke for now. Alrighty. Well, the next is a shuffle skit with June DeRuiter, Dee McDougall, and I have to get a script days away, so I got to tell an Irish joke. Well, this Irishman, he was marooned on a desert island for months and months, and it went into years. Finally, he sees a boat way off in the distance, and he keeps looking at it and saying, please come my way, please. But finally gets closer and closer and closer, and they drop a little dinghy off, and into shore comes a boat with this beautiful auburn-haired girl, just radiant. And she has on a raincoat. And she says, how long have you been here? And he says, oh, dearie, I don't know. I've been here way too long. She says, would you like a nice shot of Jameson whiskey? Oh, I would love that dearly. So she unzips her pocket and pulls out a bottle of Jameson and gives it to him. He says, oh, dearie, this is just wonderful. She said, would you like a nice cigar? Oh, that would be wonderful. So she unzips her other pocket and pulls out a cigar and gives it to him and lights it. And she says, how do you feel? Oh, dearie, I'm feeling really special. She said, would you like to play around? Oh, God, don't tell me you got a set of golf clubs under that coat. Okay.